student speaker is a third-year resident assistant on College Avenue. She's actively involved with research on campus in the Waxman Labs and has been a trained beekeeper since the age of 13. Let's give it up right now for Kendall Flanagan.
If our lives were told through books, what would the cover of yours look like? Mine would be something glossy, something bright. It would have the places and the people I'm most proud of on it. It would have the things that make me happy. On this book, you'd see the farm where I grew up. You'd see the small farm town. The town where I learned how to drive a tractor before I learned how to drive a real car. A town with few sidewalks and where all the neighbors knew each other. On this cover, you'd also see my mom. See, she was also from a small town, and she was told that she most likely would never leave it. So she decided to defy this, and instead she traveled the world on her own. She's an adventurer and an artist. You can also see my dad. My dad was a left-handed, long-haired pitcher in Major League Baseball. He was a 1983 World Series winning team, and he was a Cy Young Award winner, which is something like Pitcher of the Year. He was a card in people's baseball decks. He was a broadcaster on TV. He played games. But there's one title I'm most proud that he had, more than all the others. And that one was Dad. You see, he was the kind of dad who made it to every basketball practice, every school musical recital. He was the kind of dad who taught me how to throw a proper fastball and then how to fix a window after I broke it with a fastball before Mom got home. Especially before Mom got home. But you see, this is just the cover of this book. And covers don't tell you the full story, just the highlights. That's why you pick up, right? The thing is, my story, it's not all highlights. It's not always comfortable. Let's start with the setting. The same reason that farms are peaceful, serene, they can also be lonely. You see, sometimes living in a place with more than 1,000 people can be downright isolating. Also, in the story, there's a monster. It doesn't have a face, but it's been with my family for as long as I can remember. It's always been present. Sometimes far from the distance, and sometimes so close I can feel it against my skin. The name of that monster is depression. There was a year where I don't remember my mom wearing anything other than PJs, because she rarely left the house and rarely her bed. But it didn't just go after her. It also went after my dad. You see, behind my dad's stoic New England demeanor and his wall of jokes, the monster was starting to get through. I began to see less of him and more of the monster. And in August of 2011, I lost my dad to suicide. Mental health is something we don't talk about. It's something we don't put on our covers. It's something we're afraid for others to see. We're afraid we'll be weak. It makes us silent. And that's what I was for a long time. Silent. I didn't talk about it. I put on a smile for friends. I wanted to pretend that everything was wrong. And everything was unchanged. And so I locked this chapter of my life deep outside of me. Not even for my eyes to see. The less I talked about his death, it also meant the less I talked about his life. It was as if I tried to edit him out. You see, mental illness is not treated like other illnesses. There's not a cast that people come and rush to sign. It's something that becomes a family secret. It's something you don't talk about. One thing carries a shame that makes it silent. But there's something I realized through this. As I was pulling this inside, I realized that this chapter of my life, it's not unique just to me. It's a chapter shared by a lot of people, even if they don't feel comfortable saying it. We go through life only seeing people's covers, and that includes both strangers we see every day, maybe even our friends, our classmates, the people we see in our offices. But what if we change that? What if we began to talk about this? What if people who are silenced right now were able to reach out their hand without guilt or shame? And what if someone was reaching back? What if we could break that stigma? What if we can help each other? For me, breaking down the stigma, my first step is being able to have this conversation. Being able to tell you something past my cover. So today is the first time I've ever told anyone this, but I'm going to make sure it's not the last. Because conversations about our mental health are conversations that are worth having. Because we have stories that are worth telling, and we have lives worth living.